Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm so excited to have with me today for our Wednesday interview, Krysti Turznik. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Galit Ventura-Rozen, and I'm a women empowerment and business mentor. And one of the things that I offer the group is Wednesday interviews. It's all about you. I want to spotlight you, and I want the group to learn about how amazing you are and what you offer. So if you're interested, just go ahead and message me and we'll get you all set up. So Krysti, oh my gosh, I was reading your bio and there was so much, and I love when you talk about it yourself. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself, but life coach, author, inspirational public speaker, and a spiritual teacher. So you've got so many amazing things going on with you. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Oh, well, first of all, thank you for having me today. I'm proud to be here. So for me, I have been on my own spiritual journey and just personal growth for quite some time. And what I have learned is that we often, as women, get in our own way. And what I found that my passion is really helping women to get out of their own way and live the life that they are meant to live. So I have found that mindset, motivation, and meditations are really the key in order to make that happen. So you can create a life where, as I like to say, it feels like every day is a day at the beach. So it's nice and easy and just, as it is.
Is it on purpose that those were 3 M's?
Yeah, well, nothing other than it's easy to remember. So.
I love that. I love that flow. When something like that flows, it just makes it so much easier to remember. Mindset,
yeah,
and meditation. I absolutely love those 3 things, and it's a part of everyday life for me and for my clients. So thank you so much. So I know we have a really fun topic to talk about today, and we're also going to be talking about your new book, which is so exciting. For those of us that are writing books, we know how much work it takes, so we'll make sure that you get that information in. Anyone that's watching live, please go ahead and ask any questions in the comments. If you aren't watching live and you're watching it in replay, you're more than welcome to ask questions in the comments, and Krysti will get back to you with no problem. And at the end, there will be a way to get a hold of her, to work with her, and to find out how she takes care of the motivation, mindset, and meditation with her clients. So I know our topic today is, I love this, we have more power than the power that we claim. Can you talk a little bit about that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that there are so many different levels to who we are as beings. So first, the most important one is our mindset is so very important. And our mindset, the thoughts that we think, can either make our journey in life very difficult, or they can make it so it's so much easier. So there is that flow that you were talking about. You can choose to be that victim, or you can choose to become an active participant in life and really shape the way that your life is unfolding for you with ease and grace and more joy, really, than anything.
I love that. So for those that are not so aware of what we mean by we have more power than we believe that we do, how can we understand, or how can we look within ourselves to understand and tap into that power?
Sure, absolutely. One of the easiest things that we can do is we can start to become aware of the internal dialogue that we have. Like, what are the things that we are constantly saying to ourselves? Are we being our best advocate, or are we really being harsh? Are we saying things to ourselves that if we saw someone saying to a 6-year-old child, that we would run in and jump and say that's appropriate? But so often we feel that that's acceptable for us to say those sort of things. So when we have that awareness that we have shifted into something that's negative, we can turn that into something more positive. And then really the next layer of that is that we are here, on this earth, in this life, in this moment of time, I believe, for a purpose, with a really great purpose. And it's allowing yourself to tap into the fact that we are bigger than what we believe. So if we are allowing ourselves to really understand how it is that we can flow with the way that the universe is working, and really, tapping into some of the law of attraction and the way that the underlying universe works, that we can really make magic in our lives.
Yes, and so for those of you that are watching that may not resonate or really don't know a lot about it, first of all, I recommend that you start learning about it, because it's just an amazing thing when you understand it. But what you can think of it as, what do you think, Krysti? What can we tell those that are watching that really don't understand the spirituality and the universe and stuff like that, that they can look within themselves still and listen to that voice, which we can even just call our subconscious to be logical about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if we still our minds quiet enough, we all are able to tap into that inner voice that you had said, which in my belief is really our deepest self, our inner self. Some believe that it's that connection to the greater source of things that we're understanding. But even if you believe that it is, like you said, just your subconscious, that is the part of your mind that really has an understanding on that deep, authentic level of what is best for you. So when we are allowing ourselves to listen to that inner calling and not allowing any kind of the fear or limitations or thoughts of lack to get in the way, but really just embracing what it is that we are being intuitively guided towards. Like, we know what the answers to our questions are. It's just giving ourselves permission to live that life and to believe that we can actually be that powerful and create the things that we want.
That's really a big one. I think you hit it on the nail, that so many people have this gut feeling or this we'll call it subconscious thoughts or tapping in or intuition, whatever you want to call it. You're logical or you don't, or you believe in spirituality. And they don't recognize that really one of the biggest mistakes that they make is they don't listen to themselves. They don't listen to that inner voice because they don't want to hear it. If it says, oh gosh, that job is not for you, and they go, oh wait, whatever, I don't need to listen to you. Wait, this job is perfect for me. And they don't recognize that they're fighting it because they want to stay in that little comfort zone and they don't want to change their thoughts.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so often we think that when we are asked to make a change, that it has to be this big leap of a change, where often if we just put a little toe outside of our comfort zone, that can create a huge ripple effect where, like, we don't even know what the possibilities are once we make that teeny tiny change with everything. But it's, again,
Krysti, can you give us an example of something like that? Because I think that's so beautiful, either with a client or with yourself, that they were so fearful, because we know fear and resistance are the two things that usually stop us. They were so fearful or resistant of this change. And you said, okay, make this really tiny change. And then you saw almost this domino effect of amazingness show up. Do you have an example that you could share with us?
I do, actually. I had a recent client who she had her traditional day job, and she felt like she was being called to utilize her creativity more. And she was a very good artist who was just keeping all of her portraits to herself. So what I challenged her to do was to just post a few of them on Facebook, just to friends and family. And she had a lot of resistance with it. I said, I gave her a deadline of doing that within the next couple of days, and she did it. And she had gotten such immediate and positive feedback that she had gotten a commission actually from that initial post. And now, just a few months later, she has her artwork in store locations, and she's really just allowing herself to flow with it. And the opportunities for the display are coming so quickly and without so much effort on her part. So it's magnificent what happens.
Example. It's such a perfect example that we spend so much time resisting and so much time in fear of change that we don't recognize it. You said it doesn't have to be this big leap. I love how you said just that toe. And so for anybody watching, listen to what Krysti said. Make that one tiny little change and then watch it develop into so many beautiful things in your life. Now, sometimes, be aware, and Krysti, I know you know this, but sometimes when we make change, resistance shows up in ways that have to do with things not going right or something trying to stop you. Don't let it, because right on the other side of that resistance, on the other side of something that's trying to stop you, can be something really beautiful, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've often heard of that as the breakdown before the breakthrough. So if you keep that in mind and just use that as motivation, saying this is the part that is reaffirming to me that the beauty and all of those things that I want are just on the other side. It makes it so much easier to move through that resistance to accomplish those.
And so one of the things I like to say is look at obstacles as part of your path instead of being in the way of your path. So really that's what you just said.
Absolutely.
You just become aware and recognize it, right? Just be aware.
Yeah.
it might be there. And so tell us a little bit about your book before we learn about how to work with you and how you can help with us.
Sure. Thanks for asking. I'm so excited for this. So I am going to be having a book called Mindset Mastery. Actually, I see, I don't even know what it is. I'm so excited about my book. It's called Mindset Magic. Mindset Magic, using scientific and spiritual principles to create your life. And it's going to be coming out in September. And just within the last 2 weeks, I was gifted with an endorsement from Michael Bernard Beckwith, which is a huge, honor to receive that. He was, as you may know, he was in The Secret, and he's very well regarded with spirituality. So I'm very honored to be able to share this. Yeah.
You'll have to keep the group up to date on that when the book comes out, so we can support you, as well as any of the viewers. So that way we'll make sure that we support you in purchasing that book and making it a bestseller for you, because that's a big deal. And it's a lot of work to write a book. I was telling Krysti before we started, I said, I'm working on my own book now, and it really is a lot of work and energy. So I really respect people that put out books and get it endorsed and really follow through. So congratulations on that. That's a huge accomplishment.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate that, that you're there supporting me, and that all of your group is doing that as well. Definitely. It's for me, it's really a privilege to be able to offer some of the things that I have learned to the world and to the people that resonate with that. So that's where I'm finding a lot of my joy, is just this opportunity that's coming.
I know, it's so nice. So tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, what it is that you can offer them to find out more about what you do. And we'll make sure we also put the information in the comments.
Perfect. Thank you. Sure. They can visit my website. My website's www.powerful-mind.com. And there you can, sign up for my newsletter and get updates and spiritual and mindset principles and techniques in order to help shift you through any kind of situation that you're experiencing in life. I offer one-on-one coaching, group seminars, and then live events also. So there's a lot that's in the works and coming and available for everyone to meet your needs where you are.
Perfect. So they can go to your website, and I'm sure all the updated information will be on there, how to contact you, what it is you
absolutely
do, and how they can work with you.
Yep, it's all on the website. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you
very
so
easy.
Much. I really appreciate it. And this is a really important topic that a lot of people don't recognize is. So I definitely recommend and suggest that you look into this topic and see what's going on within yourself and start listening to that little voice, because that little voice typically knows what it's saying. So
it does.
Perfect. Thank you, Krysti. I really appreciate talking to you today. And thank you for watching, everybody.